Now we will talk about ribosomes. Now, what are ribosomes? Ribosomes, they are the non-membranous glandular structures composed of ribonucleic acid and proteins. Okay, and George Palladay first observed ribosomes in 1953. So ribosomes are nothing but they are the non-membranous glandular structures composed of ribonucleic acid and proteins. Okay, see in the diagram you can see here, these are the ribosomes present. Okay, so ribosomes are nothing but they are the non-membranous glandular structures composed of ribonucleic acid and proteins, and George Palladay observed ribosomes in 1953. Now when we are going to talk about the subunits of ribosomes, eukaryotic ribosomes has two subunits, that is 60S and 40S. Okay, they together form 80S. Okay, now in eukaryotic organisms, since we are discussing eukaryotic organisms, it is 80S type. Okay, that is 60S is the largest subunit and 40S is the smaller subunit. Okay, and they together form the 80S. And see here you can see these are the smaller subunits of the 60S. Okay, don't confuse that 60 plus 40 is 80. Okay, it's not 80, but the subunits present in 80S are the 60S and the 40S, and S is for the sedimentation coefficient. Okay, now we'll talk about the cytoskeleton. Now what is cytoskeleton? As the name suggests, it is giving a skeletal structure to the cell. It is the base of the cell. Okay, so it is a network of filamentous proteinous structures present in the cytoplasm. It provides mechanical support, motility, maintenance of the shape of the cell, etc. Okay, so what is cytoskeleton? Cytoskeleton is a network of filamentous proteins, okay, whose structure is present in the cytoplasm, and they provides mechanical support, motility and maintenance of the shape of the cell. So see here in this diagram you can see that these microtubules and these structures, tube-like structures which are forming nothing but the cytoskeleton. Okay, now what is cilia and flagella? These are the hair-like outgrowths of the cell membrane. Cilia are small structures which work like oars, okay, causes the movement of cell or surrounding fluid, and flagella are the longer structures responsible for cell movement. Flagella of prokaryotes and eukaryotes are structurally different. Okay, so what are cilia and flagella? They are hair-like outgrowths of the cell membrane. Cilia, small structures which work like oars, causes the movement of cell or surrounding fluid, and they are longer, responsible for cell movement. Flagella of prokaryotes and eukaryotes are structurally different. Now when we are coming on the structure of that, we will see that the cilium and flagellum are covered with the plasma membrane. Okay, their core axoneme has many microtubules running parallel to the long axis. Okay, axoneme has 9 pairs of doublets. Okay, see here you can see this is a pair, this is the pair, this is the pair, this is the pair. So they are having 9 pairs of this doublet, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Okay, which are radially arranged by peripheral microtubules and a pair of central microtubules. Okay, and there's a pair of this central microtubules which is covered inside a sheath like structure. Okay, so it is 9 plus 2 array. Okay, so this is the plasma membrane. We saw that it is enclosed within the cilia of flagella is enclosed within the plasma membrane. This is the peripheral microtubules which are the doublets. This is the inter-doublet bridge which is formed between the two micro doublets of the microtubule. These are called linker molecule. These molecules you can see like this are nothing but the linker molecules. Okay, and this is the centrally located microtubule which is giving the arrangement 9 plus 2. Okay, the central tubules are connected by bridges and are enclosed by a central sheath. So here you can see that this is a bridge between the two centrally located microtubules, central microtubules, and it is connected to one of the tubules of each peripheral doublet by radial spoke. Thus there are 9 radial spokes. Okay, see, this is the central tubules which are connected with the bridge, and the array of 9 microtubules which are arranged in doublets are connected with the help of these spokes. The peripheral doublets are also interconnected by linkers. Okay, you can also see interconnections between the linkers. See, this is the interconnection, this is the interconnection, and cilia and flagellum emerge from the centriole-like structure called the basal body, and the cilium and flagellum will emerge from the centriole-like structure which is the basal body. Now, what are centrosomes and centrioles? Now, centrosome is an organelle containing 2 non-membrane bound cylindrical structures called the centriole. See, here you can see the cylindrical structure. Here you can see 2 cylindrical structures. They are surrounded by pericentriolar materials. The centrioles lie perpendicular to each other, and they are made up of 9 evenly spaced peripheral fibrils or tubulins. Okay, but there the arrangement was this kind, and here the arrangement will be of 3 microtubules, peripheral fibrils of tubulin. Each peripheral fibril is a triplet. The adjacent triplet are also linked. Okay, so if you see the diagram of this centriole, you will find that the central part of the centriole is also proteinaceous and is called the hub. So here you will find the hub inside this. Okay, and it is connected with the help of radial spoke. The centrioles from the basal body of the cilia or flagella, and spindle fibers that give rise to spindle apparatus during the cell division in animals. Okay, so first of all we talked about what? We talked about ribosomes. Ribosomes are what? They are non-membranous glandular structures composed of ribonucleic acid and proteins. It was first observed by George Palade. They are non-membranous and they are made of RNA and proteins. Eukaryotic organisms generally have the ATS ribosomes. Okay, ATS ribosome. This S is the sedimentation coefficient, and it is made up of 2 units. Larger unit is 60S and smaller unit is 40S, and they together form the ATS. Okay, we talked about cytoskeleton. What is cytoskeleton? Cytoskeleton is a network of filamentous protein structures present in the cytoplasm. Okay, it provides what? It provides mechanical support, motility and maintenance of the shape of the cell. Okay, like pillars, we need pillars for the building to stand still against gravitation. So the cell also need a cytoskeleton in which every organelle will be fixed and will be present at a particular space, and all the processes are going inside the cell properly. So it is providing a mechanical support to the cell, and it is maintaining a particular shape. As we have seen that various cells are having various shapes, and some cells are very long, some cells are very small. So the shape of that cell and the base of that cell is supported with the help of cytoskeleton. As humans have skeletal system which gives a rigidity to the body, so do the cells have a cytoskeleton. Now this is cilia and flagella. They help in the motility. So they are what? They are hair-like outgrowths of the cell membrane. Now cilia are small structures which work like oars, causes the movement of cells or surrounding fluid, and flagella are longer, responsible for cell movement, and flagella of prokaryotes and eukaryotes are structurally different. We saw the structure of this. Okay, like 9 pairs of doublet are arranged radially. These are the 9 pairs of doublets, and each doublet is attached with the help of linker. There is presence of 2 central microtubules inside here, and these are also connected with the help of a bridge, and it is giving what? It is given 9+2 array. Okay, and this is called interdoublet bridge, or you can call it as wrinkle also. And these 9 pairs of doublets are also connected with the central array with the help of a radial spoke. Okay, Now the central tubules are connected by bridges and are enclosed by a central sheath. It is connected to one of the tubules of each peripheral doublet by a radial spoke. Thus there are 9 radial spokes. The peripheral doublets are also interconnected by linkers. Cilium and flagella emerge from the centriole-like structure called the basal body. See, these are the doublet, these are the linkers. Okay, these are the central microtubules, and it is the 9+2 array. Okay, and it forms the basal body of the cilium and the flagellum. Now comes the centrosome and the centriole. Now centrosome is an organelle containing 2 membrane bound cylindrical structures called the centriole. They are surrounded by pericentriolar material. The centrioles lie perpendicular to each other. They are made up of 9 evenly spaced peripheral fibrils or of tubulin. Each of the peripheral fibril is a triplet. The adjacent triplet are also linked. So here you will find that there was 2 peripheral microtubules, but here you will find 3 and then form a tube-like structure. You can see here in the diagram they are forming a tube-like structure. Okay, see here, and every tubule, okay, you can say they are made up of protein tubulin, and these tubules will be arranged perpendicular to each other like this. If this is one tubule, then other will be like this, as here you can see in this diagram. Okay, so the central part of the centriole is proteinaceous and it is called hub. So here this central part is what? It is the hub, which is connected with tubules of the peripheral triplets by radial spokes made up of proteins. Okay, and these are the radial spokes which are made up of protein. The centrioles form the basal body of the cilia and flagella, and spindle fibers that give rise to the spindle apparatus during the cell division in animal cells. These are very important when there is a formation of the spindle fibers, which will bifurcate the chromosome into 2, and it will help in movement of the chromosome on the poles of the cells during the cell division. And these specific kind of centrioles spindle fibers are only seen during the cell division. So all this help in this way. Okay.